This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Yes. Okay, someone's used the photocopier.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping him coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yep. They open this time. Holy shit. Business strategy. Shoot things in the face. Okay. Right, going up. Do do boom 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 ba do 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 do. I like this. This is nice. You can hear the narrator singing as well. Listen. Oh, that's how it works. Oh, come on. Oh. I press the other one. I like this. I want this ending. Step forward, I heard him say. Is that seriously all it is? Ah, that sucks. I want it to be more.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Yep.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh yeah. Ooh. That's nice. Some
Feeling
nice.
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Sure, no problem. Thank you. Hiding. Down we go. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now, there's two possible endings I can do here. We're gonna go this way first.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah. Sorry, I was half yawning when I said that then.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to
There's the
believe it
elevator.
couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, probably.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yeah.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Right. Let's turn this shit off. I'm going to save all of you. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are
The
set to
buttons here.
explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it
There are
to your
buttons here.
heart's
I'm going-
desires. Oh, this is much
Shush.
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one
That's
of
a
them is.
4, isn't it?
More time to talk about you.
I can't
about
see it.
me. Where
Yeah, it
we're
is.
going.
Fuck.
What all this
4.
means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Yes.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
5.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your
6.
office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Door.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing
Fuck you.
everyone inside, or I let it
Where's
burn
6?
to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you is
46.
quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Oh, he's giving me another minute. Okay.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Fuck, where's
Or did you
6?
just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything,
Oh my
something
God.
here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a
Red.
spoiler for you.
Red.
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the
Red.
action moving along.
Red.
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Fuck.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces.
Fuck you.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Fuck. I was gonna try turning it off. My God. That was cool. That was a hectic ending. Fuck. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I
Yep.
got what I wanted.
Hated the assholes that worked here. Fuck them all. Fuck you, 421. Yeah, you're not as cool as 420, although he was always a fucking stoner. Fucking dick. I don't know where I was going with that, I'm sorry.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Right.
doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace,
the drink
its subtle
machine.
charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Oh. Oh, that's cool.
But eager to get back to business,
Yep.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Sure.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Yeah.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
There's an open door there.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. I'm getting Steam messages. Okay, fascinating. Stop it!
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yep.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yep.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Really? You took away the blue...
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Yeah. Oh.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
I'm sorry.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Stanley.
Oh.
Take it for a spin.
You've got your ceiling, like... Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, I mean, it's good to have another option. It's always good to have options. But you don't want to be overwhelmed by options. That's the thing. And the options seem to be relevant to the story, so I'm going to say 2.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley.
Yep. No problem.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Sure. Oh. Oh. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Oh. In total, 91,728 doors open, 9 doors attempted, steps taken, endings achieved. Whoa. Did you know that 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Oh. That's nice. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Why not ask some friends for help? Error reference list empty. You piece of shit.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Okay, well, let's seriously consider this. The leaderboard does give you a good perspective on what you're doing and how well you're doing, but considering the game it isn't really competitive, it's a nice touch, but it's not relevant. So I'm thinking 2 again. But I don't know. I think it's nice to know these details. So I'm going to go 3.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay, cool. New games. Yep. I get invited to betas. That's cool. I've only been invited to a beta once in real life, and I never fucking used the ticket.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
Yes.
But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Sure.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Right, come on. I want to play a game with you. Come on. Come on. What?
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
No,
At
not
last,
really.
the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough?
Are the
Tell me
clouds
that,
moving?
Stanley. Will it ever
They
be
are.
enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Do it. Oh.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
That is pretty nice.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Sure.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, yes. Should definitely go mining. Let's go get some diamonds, huh?
Oh,
Right.
my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I thought you had one. Oh, well. That's alright. There's mushrooms here anyway.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I hear a spot. You can't jump. Oh, good. I unlocked an achievement. I can't jump. I press space to try and jump over a block, and I can't do it. Come on. Oh my god.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Isn't this the song at the end of Portal 2? Isn't that the song that what's-her-face sings? GLaDOS?
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
Yep.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
Yeah.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can
What?
pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long. Goodbye, Stanley. Good luck with your work, and I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Oi! You come back here. Dude. Fucking validation from a man whose job is to push buttons. I done more than push buttons. Oi! Are you up there? Are you? Oh fuck. Hello? 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 No? Hello? Someone got a light? Oh. Oh, hello. Hello. Stanley came. I could find my office. 425. 427. No. Oh. What the fuck?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Oh. The end is never the end is never the end is loading.